Good day, everyone. Or good evening, or whatever. Hold on. What's the Foster's slogan? Foster's really good beer. Is that the one? Oh, I could be wrong. I thought that's what it was. Really good beer. So I got a really big Schliemann mug right here. It's a really big can of Foster's as well. Look at the girth on that can. Look at that. This is 750 milliliter can. Premium quality beer. Foster's with a kangaroo on there so we know where it's from. Yeah, Foster's of Australia. Melbourne, Australia. Australia by Oil Can Breweries. Alright. This should fit in here just quite nicely, so let's get ready for the pour here. Okay, so it's a typical domestic pale lager looking beer, lots of carbonation streaming up, not a bad head on there. It smells like domestic pale lager from here, just typical, you know, a little bit of a stink to it, probably something like MGD or something like that. Yeah, a little bit on the sweet side, for sure. Let's see how good this beer really is. Wow. Right out of the fridge. You're getting the sweetness right out of the head. And, let's see. It has a slightly unique taste, but it's basically like a adjunct lager we get from Canada or the States here. It reminds me a bit of kokanee because it's quite low in the hops. Very crisp, very refreshing. It actually is pretty damn good for a domestic pale. Fair bit of carbonation in there. It actually has a nice taste. I like it. This is about as good as domestic pale gets. It's kind of got that maybe the ranker scale of it. It's not like the real clean ones. So but I like it a lot better than MGD. I like it better than Coors. I like it better than Budweiser. It's not, Budweiser isn't really the same thing as these beers, I don't think. Budweiser's kind of weird stuff. See how it holds up. It's extremely cold, so it's really good this way. Very big sweetness up front. I'm not sure whether they use corn or not. That might be something that you want to Google because I'm too lazy to. The main thing is does it taste good? Whether it has corn in it or not, it either tastes good or it doesn't. or it gives me a headache, or it doesn't, because a lot of these do give me a headache. I'm really liking this, and this giant can, 750 milliliter can, it was almost $5, so I don't think it was a very good deal. But I've never had Foster's. There's like a little bit of hops in the finish, and a little bit of a metallic thing going on in the finish. It does remind me a lot of Olympia, actually. Is one of my favorite domestic pales, especially for budget beer. But Olympia's $1 a can. I'd say this is a little bit cleaner, maybe a little bit better tasting than that. But that would be a pretty fair comparison. Because of the metallicness in the finish and the kind of the, not quite a Pilsner type hop, but a very strange hop that blends with that metallic. Yeah, it's a pretty simple beer. A lot of sweetness through it. You're tasting a lot of barley and stuff. So it's lacing, not bad. Yeah. So, sorry, I don't know how else to entertain you. I'm drinking a domestic pale lager and it's done. It's pretty good. So it's it's going to be a 7 out of 11. That's as high as I would typically ever give a domestic pale lager. For domestic pale lagers, it's a grand slam. It's pretty good. But for beer, it's of course 7, and probably lucky to get that. But $7 out of 11. Spinal Tap things here, so they taste better. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. I wouldn't want to drink this a lot. When I do buy Olympia by the 12er, I don't drink it a lot. Like, I'm gonna have pizza or something, and I just want a cheap beer. It's good for that. Good for that type of food, and it's $1 a can. And if I'm feeling like cooling down or whatever, it's okay to have one of those type of beers around. But it's a pretty decent adjunct lager here, and we're assuming that there's corn in it, but it's not style, right? You know what I mean? The fizzy yellow beer. It is at 5% alcohol by volume. They do have their Australian kind of flag sort of somewhat happening there. Yeah, and I've never had a 750 milliliter can, I don't think. That's pretty cool. And yeah, the review's over, so it scored 7 out of 11, which is, I kind of thought it would be pretty decent because a lot of people do like this beer. But what I got next, what's coming up? Got Arrogant Bastard. Another one of the Twisted Oak Stillage series from Phillips. I think it's a Rauch beer. And, well, I had this one. And I got the Schliemann, the 15 pack of Schliemann, the Honey Brown lager, which is what you had to buy to get this massive Schliemann mug. And anyway, I guess we'll just rock it on out of here.